let's move on. We had some Spider-Man stuff come up. I just kind of wanted to touch upon it real quick. All right, so Spider-Man, brand new day. So these kind of just came up as I was scrolling on the internet, and this is coming from this source called the Redacted Guy. Who, okay, no offense to this guy or anything. I'm still having trouble figuring out their accuracy because, again, Redacted Guy, if you're watching it, nothing against you. I like what you do. But I do remember one of the last things this guy said was that Sony was about to sell the Spider-Man rights. And I'm like, I don't know why they would say that because I doubt they're doing that. And of course, that never happened. But a lot of other people, other scoopers I really trust, seem to repost their things and talk about it. So they might, I guess there's something that this person to see, like, because even Daniel RPK is reposting them, and Daniel has shown reliability. So I'm taking it with a grain of salt, but this is what they're kind of posting right now. Some updates concerning Spider-Man Brand New Day, and I do like the sound of these updates. So let's go here, starting from the beginning. It says here that Marvel Studios has concept art of Daniel Wee as Mr. Negative. I don't know who that is. Let me just see. Daniel Wee. Okay. Oh, or did you mean Daniel Wu? Sorry, he must have, the I and U on the keyboard are next to each other. Okay, that he might end up being Mr. Negative. So they have concept art with him. Just remember, concept art doesn't mean that is the actor they will get. That's just sometimes the model they use to make their concept art. Okay, but Mr. Negative could end up being the real villain. And we did hear weeks ago from Daniel RPK that they were trying to cast an Asian actor for a big role. And with Feast looking to play a part in this movie, if Tom Holland's Spider-Man is working there in honor of Aunt May, having done so much work there, I would like that. I think a Mr. Negative story would be interesting. It says here, Daniel Wu is currently the front runner for the role, but a decision hasn't been made yet. Peng Zhang is the fight choreographer of Brand New Day, best known for the choreography in Shang-Chi. Dude, that alone has me hyped because Shang-Chi had some great fight sequences, and it was one of the things that really made the movie stand out, especially that bus fight scene. I love the martial arts implication and all that stuff with Shang-Chi. Now knowing that this director with Spider-Man, and although Spider-Man isn't martial arts centric, I still think there's a lot of cool things he could do with that fight, because even the end battle felt something straight out of an anime, right? Like that final battle with the rings and him almost swinging around doing stuff. I think we're finally going to get back. I think Tom Holland's finally going to be getting some really good swinging sequences in New York. The fight scenes are going to feel a lot more memorable again. I don't want to throw shade at John Watts because I met the man in person and he is really nice. So my John Watts hate days are over, but I still would like flair and style now thrown into the Tom Holland Spider-Man movies. From there, he said, Destin Daniel Cretton's one condition to taking on the film was getting rid of the multiverse plot and soft rebooting Spider-Man in the MCU. This means something to me, man. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Shang-Chi director. I would have been there opening day, 10 tickets if Toby and Andrew showed up in the next movie. Of course. I love those fellas. I like to see them interact and hang out. But I felt it was too soon. No Way, we just got that in No Way Home. I kind of, with the way No Way Home ended and Spider-Man in that a little apartment, let's see, No Way Home ending, and him on his own, having to get a job, doing all that, like, dude, that tingled my spider senses, and that had me so excited to just see a classic Spider-Man story. And if that's true, where the director had so much power or had enough credibility where they're like, I'll do the movie, but I don't want to do a multiverse plot. I don't want to have just cameos and portals opening. I want to kind of just soft reboot Spider-Man. And it feels like he won because the title actually is Brand New Day. Like, if that doesn't scream out more soft reboot than anything, then what does, right? It's a brand new day. It's a new start. It's starting fresh, grounded story, good fight sequences. Dude, I'm getting very excited for this movie. And I can't believe I'm saying that as someone who is fine without Toby or Andrew being in it, you know? But for the Toby and Andrew people, they also have here, the film will be far more grounded with emotional depth. I love that. The other Spider-Men were originally going to appear, the multiverse version of the film will be making the return to Avengers Secret Wars. That's what we've been hearing, and I'm fine. See, because like that doesn't mean we're never getting Andrew and Toby again, and we still have Spider-Man 5 and 6 to get to someday. I think you could fit them in there one way if you would like. Yeah, have them thrown in Secret Wars and they can interact with Hugh Jackman or Cyclops or any other characters. Yes, that would be fine. In Spider-Man, we know Peter Parker will definitely be in Secret Wars if he's not in Doomsday, like remembered. But dude, if these are true, I am so happy that this director got on board, that he put his foot down and said, I'll do it, but these are kind of my conditions. And hopefully it's a win. You know, I'd be so sad that it's a situation where we as fans, maybe I don't want to speak for everybody because I'm sure there's some people who would have wanted the multiverse story, but we as fans, I think there's a good chunk of us that just wanted this grounded story. I hope it still ends up making a lot of money and doing well, and they do something crazy with it. Because if it doesn't make, I don't think it's going to make close to No Way Home money, but if it doesn't at least crack that billion, oh, Sony's going right back to that multiverse stuff. They're like, okay, you wanted your grounded, you got your grounded, and now you're grounded, and you're taking this multiverse story because that's what makes us the $2 billion. Because that's what No Way Home almost, I think it did crack 2 billion during the pandemic. That's what's wild, dude. It was during the time nobody was going to the movies, and they still cracked 2 billion. You gotta understand that's why Sony was fighting for a multiverse story. They saw those dollar figures and were like, we lost that on Madam Web and Morbius. We got to earn our dollars back. So yeah, I'm happy with this. Again, I just hope it's true. Take it with a grain of salt. But I feel like with Brand New Day, this director, little things we've been hearing, it seems like that is the case. And ooh, exciting, man, exciting. We'll just see if that casting does end up being Rio Morales, because you know we had that Spider-Man Brand New Day cast member added on, and there's just a lot of people thinking that it does mean that this is the mom of Miles Morales just because she's of Puerto Rican descent, which maybe, you know, maybe I want to say no, but it would be interesting if that's where they lead on. You guys let me know though if you like this, if you like the sound of this, or what you think. Pop it down below and Papa will read it. All right, good stuff, good stuff. Okay, guys, those were our main topics for the showy show. I know some of y'all probably want to get to the Reddit, so we'll do a little bit of Reddit and then we'll get into your viewer submitted questions. Oh! Why is this the first thing I have to see? I'm glad you guys like that. I hope you guys watched the Godzilla and Kong video I made. It was definitely a treat. Oh, dude, I love this marketing for Final Destination. Did you guys see the other thing they did? So, okay, maybe this will be its own clip, but